Betelgeuse is reportedly on the verge of exploding in just 2 weeks. Moreover, Elon Musk warns that its effects could be felt much closer to home than previously thought, particularly in areas of New York, Connecticut, and New Jersey. Scientists have monitored Betelgeuse for years, but Musk's specific timeline has left many wondering, could this cosmic event fundamentally change everything? What insights does Musk possess that the rest of us might not be aware of? Are we in the brink of witnessing a cosmic explosion in just 2 weeks? Elon Musk has a knack for making headlines, but his latest claim has the world bustling about a possible stellar explosion that could impact parts of the northeastern United States. The star in question, Betelgeuse, is a red supergiant that has captivated scientists for years. Musk's startling assertion that Betelgeuse is about to go supernova has raised eyebrows and sparked curiosity about the possible implications for Earth. Let's delve into Betelgeuse, one of the brightest stars visible to the naked eye. If you have gazed above the Orion constellation, you might have noticed the reddish star making the hunter's shoulder. However, don't be misled by its tranquil appearance. Betelgeuse is a colossal entity, approximately 700 times larger than our Sun. According to Musk and some experts, it might soon become the stage for one of the most breathtaking astronomical events we could ever witness, a supernova. Musk's prediction is an entirely baseless discussion within the scientific community. Discussions regarding Betelgeuse instability have been ongoing for some time. This red supergiant has exhibited peculiar behavior, dimming and unusual cycles that have captured astronomers' attention. One notable instance occurred in 2019 and early 2020 when Betelgeuse dimmed significantly, making it easily visible to the naked eye. This sparked excitement and speculation among scientists, many of whom suggested that the star might be nearing the end of its life cycle. Given Betelgeuse's massive size and ancient age, it seemed a fitting candidate for a supernova. However, scientists have closely monitored the star, and no one anticipated that a specific timeline for its explosion would emerge until Elon Musk made his startling announcement. He claims that Betelgeuse could explode in just 2 weeks, transforming one of the greatest mysteries of physics into a countdown. Musk's assertion finds some support in the scientific community, stirring up further intrigue. Renowned theoretical physicist Michio Kaku has also weighed in on the fate of Betelgeuse, suggesting that its time may be running out. However, Kaku takes a more cautious stance. While he argues that a supernova could be imminent, he doesn't foresee any direct consequences for Earth, unlike Elon Musk, who warns of a possible impact. So, what exactly happens when a star goes supernova? Essentially, a supernova marks the dramatic death throes of a massive star. When a star like Betelgeuse exhausts its fuel, it can no longer support itself against gravitational forces, leading to a core collapse. This collapse triggers an explosion so powerful that it can briefly outshine entire galaxies. When Betelgeuse eventually goes supernova, it could shine as brightly as a full moon and might even be visible during the day, an incredible sight to be sure. However, things take a more concerning turn with Musk's predictions. He suggests that the explosion might have a direct impact and potentially devastating effects on Earth. In this scenario, Betelgeuse explosion could release enough radiation and energy to disrupt regions of the United States, specifically New York, Connecticut, and New Jersey. Musk posits that gamma rays and cosmic rays, types of high-energy radiation, could travel through space and impact our planet's atmosphere, potentially disrupting satellite communications, electrical grids, and even posing health risks to those exposed to high doses of cosmic radiation. While this sounds like something out of a disaster movie, it's essential to keep in mind that Betelgeuse is located approximately 640 light-years away from us. The significant distance is why most scientists don't believe the explosion will pose a direct threat to Earth. Still, the notion sparks discussion, especially with someone like Elon Musk raising alarms. Let's explore why Betelgeuse is such a significant star. It resides in the Orion constellation, which has played a prominent role in human storytelling and mythology for centuries. Its brightness and size make it one of the most easily observable stars in the night sky. For astronomers, it serves as an excellent candidate for study, providing valuable insights into the life cycles of stars. Unlike our Sun, which will quietly burn for billions of years before fading away, Betelgeuse is a cosmic ticking bomb. Supergiants like Betelgeuse live fast and die young on a cosmic scale, and it has reached the end of its life cycle, poised for collapse. The lingering question has always been when. In late 2019, something unusual occurred. Betelgeuse, typically bright, began to dim significantly. It dimmed to such an extent that people noticed it with the naked eye, leaving scientists puzzled. Could this be an indication that Betelgeuse was nearing its supernova phase? The speculation was widespread until the star began to brighten again in early 2020. While some scientists believe these fluctuations are part of the star's normal cycle, others think that this signals that its death may be approaching sooner than expected. We must acknowledge that predicting when a star will go supernova is notoriously challenging. The timeline for such events is rarely precise. For all we know, Betelgeuse could explode tomorrow or continue burning for another 100,000 years. However, Musk's recent assertions imply that something significant has changed. Perhaps new data has emerged or certain observations haven't been fully disclosed to the public. Musk seems convinced that this isn't merely a random fluctuation in Betelgeuse behavior, but rather an indication that we're on the brink of witnessing one of the universe's most powerful events. So, what can we expect in the next 2 weeks? According to Musk, first we may see Betelgeuse continue its erratic pattern of dimming and brightening as it approaches its final collapse. If Elon Musk's prediction holds true, we could soon be witnessing the explosion itself. Should Betelgeuse go supernova, it will be visible in the night sky for weeks, perhaps even months, becoming one of the brightest objects in the night sky, possibly outshining the moon. While this spectacle could be awe-inspiring, it could also lead to potential disruptions. When a supernova occurs, it doesn't just emit light. It releases vast amounts of radiation as well. Some of this radiation could reach Earth, and while the chances of causing catastrophic damage are low, it is not entirely out of the question. Gamma rays are particularly concerning because they are extremely high-energy waves that can disrupt the Earth's atmosphere and magnetic field. This could result in disturbances of satellite communications, GPS systems, and even electrical grids. A significant surge of gamma radiation could temporarily disable some of our technologies. Musk's assertion that the explosion could devastate parts of New York, Connecticut, and New Jersey is more sensational than what most scientists anticipate. However, his statements have captured public interest despite the dramatic implications. The majority of astrophysicists believe that Betelgeuse explosion will be spectacular and won't pose a direct threat to Earth. Its considerable distance from us means that much of the radiation will dissipate before it reaches our planet. Nonetheless, the explosion could still affect our technology and perhaps more importantly, deepen our understanding of the universe. Witnessing a star go supernova in real time would be an unprecedented experience for humanity, providing a wealth of data for astronomers. This event could yield new insights into the life cycles of stars. As the anticipated date for Betelgeuse explosion approaches, telescopes worldwide will be focused on the star. Scientists are eager to gather as much data as possible, not only to validate Musk's predictions but also to comprehend what is unfolding with Betelgeuse. This event could offer an invaluable opportunity to study the mechanics of a supernova, helping scientists redefine their models of stellar evolution. The explosion of Betelgeuse could also enhance our understanding of how supernovae contribute to the formation of elements and the birth of new stars. Let's discuss what Betelgeuse explosion might mean for us. First and foremost, it's important to know that Betelgeuse is approximately 640 light-years away. While this distance may seem incredibly vast in the context of the universe, it isn't particularly close even when considering something as powerful as a supernova. Most scientists agree that we're likely far enough away to evade any direct catastrophic destruction. That said, a supernova is one of the most violent and energetic releasing events in the cosmos. When Betelgeuse does finally explode, it will unleash an immense amount of energy, enough to briefly outshine entire galaxies. This explosion will emit radiation, light, and particles at levels that are hard to comprehend. The key point here is that due to the significant distance between Betelgeuse and Earth, much of that energy, especially the more hazardous radiation such as gamma rays, will dissipate before it reaches us. However, this is where things become complicated, which is likely why Elon Musk's warnings have gained so much traction. Even though we're far enough away to sidestep the worst-case scenarios, some potential risks remain. One of the major concerns is gamma rays. When a star goes supernova, it releases a considerable amount of radiation, including gamma rays, which are high-energy electromagnetic waves. If these gamma rays were to strike Earth with sufficient intensity, they could lead to serious complications. They might interact with our atmosphere in ways that could disrupt satellite communications, GPS systems, and even power grids. Musk's assertions that the explosion could create chaos in places like New York become more understandable when considering our heavy reliance on technology. If gamma rays interfere with our solar arrays or power infrastructure, we could face widespread blackouts or communication failures. Before we start panicking, It's essential to note that scientists generally believe Betelgeuse is not close enough to deliver a direct and lethal dose of gamma rays to Earth. The star's distance ensures that most of the harmful radiation will lose its potency before it reaches us. Nevertheless, we're not entirely out of the woods. Even if the gamma rays aren't strong enough to be fatal, they could still disrupt our technology. Satellites orbiting Earth are particularly vulnerable to cosmic radiation, and if they were to fail, we could see significant disruptions in our communications and navigation systems. Considering how many aspects of our daily lives depend on satellites, everything from GPS on our smartphones to weather forecasting and certain financial transactions, these disruptions could have far-reaching consequences. A sudden surge in cosmic radiation could throw these systems out of balance. Additionally, we must consider the risks posed by cosmic rays, which are high-energy particles released during a supernova. While most of these particles are deflected by Earth's magnetic field, some may penetrate our atmosphere. This could lead to increased radiation levels at the planet's surface, potentially resulting in subtle but real consequences. People who spend a lot of time at high altitudes, such as frequent flyers or astronauts, may be more exposed to this radiation. Although immediate health effects are unlikely, prolonged exposure to heightened cosmic radiation could increase cancer risks or lead to other long-term health issues. It is also worth mentioning that not all scientists agree that Betelgeuse explosion will have a direct impact on Earth. The anticipation surrounding Betelgeuse possible supernova explosion has sparked intense discussions not only within scientific circles but also among the general public. Many people are fascinated by the idea of witnessing such a rare cosmic event in real time, while others express concern about the potential risks involved. This duality of excitement and apprehension is understandable given the star's proximity relative to other supernova candidates and the dramatic nature of such explosions. Supernovae, in general, are some of the most powerful and luminous events in the universe. They occur when massive stars, having exhausted the nuclear fuel that powers them, undergo a catastrophic collapse and then explode, briefly radiating more energy than an entire galaxy composed of billions of stars. These explosions play a critical role in the cosmos by dispersing heavy elements like iron, nickel, and cobalt into space, seeding the formation of new stars, planets, and even life itself. Without supernovae, the universe as we know it would lack the essential building blocks for complex chemistry and biological evolution. Betelgeuse, as a red supergiant, represents a late stage in stellar evolution. Unlike smaller stars such as our Sun, which end their lives quietly as white dwarfs, red supergiants live fast and die violently. Their cores accumulate iron, a dead end for nuclear fusion, leading to instability and eventual collapse. This process is what astronomers look for as a precursor to a supernova, and Musk's announcement of a 2-week countdown has added urgency to ongoing observations. In preparation for a potential supernova event, observatories worldwide have ramped up monitoring efforts. Powerful telescopes across multiple wavelengths, optical, infrared, ultraviolet, and X-ray, are trained on Betelgeuse, collecting data about changes in brightness, radiation output, and surrounding material. These observations will help astronomers determine if the star's behavior matches theoretical models of an imminent supernova or if fluctuations are part of a longer, less predictable cycle. Despite Musk's dramatic prediction, many astrophysicists emphasize the uncertainties inherent in forecasting supernova timing. Stars of this size can exhibit variability over months or years, and the exact moment of explosion depends on complex physical processes deep within the star's core that remain difficult to measure directly. The dimming observed in late 2019 and early 2020, while intriguing, might reflect surface phenomena like massive convective cells or episodic ejections of material rather than an immediate death throw. Still, the possibility of witnessing a supernova so close to Earth raises questions about potential effects on our planet. The most immediate concerns revolve around the types of radiation emitted during and after the explosion. Gamma rays and cosmic rays pose the greatest threat due to their high energy and ability to penetrate atmospheric and magnetic shields. Although 640 light-years is a substantial distance, the intensity